Right.
How has your latest album, Heaven and Earth, gone down with fans so far?
The response has been tremendous. I'm an independent artist, so I don't work with a label. I don't work with an organization. The team I have is just kind of the team I've put together. It's my band and basically my wife. So
Oh, amazing.
every day is like a school day. So the great thing about that is that we've built everything through word of mouth. So every album's gotten a little more traction, and this album, I honestly think it's the best thing I've done. I produced it all myself, and it's had a tremendous response. In fact, it's been a level that we didn't really expect or see coming in a very short period of time. So we're extremely happy with it. Yeah, it's been great. I get a lot of people that there's a lot of Jewish influence all on the album, but it's all country music. If you take the words out, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know that it's any different. But the response on both sides, both in the Jewish world and in the secular music world, has been yeah, it's just been great. It's been really nice.
Yeah. And is that quite
It's
important to you to show you like your religion and being Jewish yourself? Is that quite important to get that across in your music?
Yeah, it really is. When I grew up very lost spiritually. I was a religious kid with absolutely no. I didn't identify with anything I was coming across, and when Judaism came in, it was wild how that happened, but it really changed my life, and it's weird because it put me more in my life, and I felt like I was just kind of a partner in the world with the rest of the world, and I didn't need or expect anybody to believe like I did, which is a very Jewish thing. Like they don't, you don't need anyone to be Jewish to just build a good life together. And I thought,
Yeah.
man, there's so many beautiful messages in here that people don't know, and I certainly didn't know, and it did so much good for me. And I thought, well, maybe I can do some good for folks. And so there's a lot of tunes on there that are there to sort of support the Jewish community, very specific prayer melodies as a way for me to say thank you as an artist and try to give everybody a big hug in a big way. And then also there's a lot of just great messages for folks in general. A lot of it is about our time together in the world and how we can just do good work together.
And
Country music at its core, I think, is really about people and their struggles and their stories, and there's a lot of that on here that is a common human experience.
and do you feel like you have that community that supports you while writing this,
I
writing
do.
albums?
It's funny. I don't really so much have a home synagogue anymore. I did a long time ago, but I spend so much time on the road, about 3 weekends a month,
Oh, yeah.
that I'm kind of, every time I go to a place, I'm like, hey, y'all, and we're like good pals for a little while. But during the pandemic, I plugged in all this studio equipment that I have, and I just started doing music on Facebook for people and live streaming like a Friday night Shabbat service for anybody who wanted. I didn't care. There was no structure. And people started to show up all over the place. They started, it was wild. We got to a moment where I said, I'm gonna do a little thing for healing. If you know somebody in your life who needs some comfort, you can just bring them into your heart. You know how to play a little tune. And people started listing names. And I was like, oh, okay, well that's when people give you that kind of trust,
Yeah.
you have a responsibility to honor that trust, right? And so I talked to my wife and I said, this is turning into something. I need to figure out what it is. And so yeah, this community, they call themselves the Small Town Tribe, and they show up to all kinds of stuff that I do, and they've built a
Awesome.
huge community amongst themselves. So I do a lot of private events for them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a wild thing as an artist to have that group of folks who are like, hey, you're like, hey, it's good to see you again. It feels very close and personal, and yeah, it's kind of beautiful. Sorry, that was kind of a long answer, but yeah.
No, that's all right. No worries at all. No, it's amazing to hear that. And you mentioned your studio. So is that your studio you're sitting in right now? Is it you
This
got some lots of beautiful guitars there, lots of
Thank you.
sort of like I think things on your travels, I would say.
A lot of things that people have sent me, a lot of things that I've kind of collected over the years. It's such a mishmash of stuff. It's I had all these things, and again, when I started turning on this camera, sort of during the pandemic, I thought, oh, I want the back to look nice. This is the back room of my house where I do all my work, and I
Yeah.
thought, well, what do I want to make it look like? And it looks a lot kind of like a bar room that you might find somewhere in Texas. And I don't know what that says about me, but I feel real comfortable here.
No,
But
that's
there's
it.
all kinds of wild stuff. I've had fans make things for me that they send me, and I'll put them up on the wall. And
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
kind of it's wild. But I'm Glad you like it. It's a lot back there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And just going back to your album Heaven and Earth, what's your favorite track of the album?
Wow, it's like picking your favorite kid. That's actually why I didn't name the album after any of the songs.
Yeah,
There's
the
a
main
there's a
title
lot of
track.
favorites on here, but I will say probably I think my favorite song on the album is a song called My Beloved. It's based on the Song of Songs, Ani La Dodi Vidodi Li. I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine. You hear it at weddings a lot. But my wife and I have been married. We're celebrating 26 years of marriage this year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. And we dance all the time, especially if like some old, classic George Strait song comes on, and some of those good old classic country songs. So I wanted to write a song that reminded me of that was about her and I, and then also is something that can be used and enjoyed for a lot of different couples. And it came together really fast. And the more I've played it, I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, that's our song. Oh, that's our song too." And it's such a nice feeling as an
That's very
artist when
sweet. Yeah.
something you put out resonates, with people. And so I think it's probably my favorite on the album, just because of what it is at its core.
Yeah. And how long did it take you to write and record this album?
Oh, that's a great question. So once putting the album together, like bringing the band in, recording, mixing, all that, it took about 2 years.
2 years. Oh,
Two
okay.
years because so much of it I had to pause. As an independent artist, you're kind of doing it as it goes. It's like you get to a certain point, and you go, all right, I got to put this on hold. We got to play some more gigs and
Yeah.
earn some
No, of
more money
course.
and come back and we can keep working on it.
It's sort of
Um,
investment almost,
it,
isn't it?
it it is. It's a constant reinvestment, right? And
Yeah.
but most of these songs are songs I've been performing for the last several years. I never got around to recording them, and it was just time. It was time. So
Yeah.
we built a brand new band for this album, recorded at a brand new studio. Everything we did, we decided to do it from the ground up, from scratch, versus what we did before, right? So we're like, we're not doing that. Just how do we make this as intentional as possible? So all the players that we got, and we've become just best pals. We do a lot of
Oh,
shows together now. It's been great, really great. But these are all like classic Texas honky tonk players. Got a couple of Texas Country Music Hall of Famers in there, and
awesome.
just you
Yeah.
can feel it in the music, and that's what we wanted.
Oh, amazing. And will you be doing any like music videos at all, or do you enjoy doing music videos?
I would love to do some music videos. The plan is definitely I've got them. I've got a ton of them already storyboarded out. I'm
Yeah.
not a great cinematographer, so
Yeah.
I've got a good camera, but I don't know how to do all that stuff. So we do have plans for plenty of music videos, and we're starting to get together some cinematographers to help us make that happen. So, like I said, it's one of the great. It's both a wonderful thing and also an incredible challenge. Anybody who does any genre of music, and if they do it independently, every day is a school day.
Yeah.
You go, well, now we got to have merch. All right, well, how do we build a store online? How do I even design shirts? Wait a minute, how do I ship shirt? It's like you're learning every step, which is also great because I think it gives you a tremendous respect for every step of the process. For me,
Yeah.
I used to do my own sound engineering when I would go do local thing, bring my own gear, set up my own stuff, sound check myself, all that. Now, when I go to places, we'll often have a sound engineer there and a backline team. And I love getting to know those folks, being supportive of those folks, whatever I can do to help make their job easier. And part of it, because I've done a lot of that myself. So that's been a tremendous thing with being an independent artist is that you have so much deep respect for all aspects of the process. I think it makes you better to work with, easier to work with, and that working with you can just be a good time. I want people to have a good time when they experience anything that I do or in any way that I am professionally. That's a big goal.
Oh, awesome. And will you be looking to tour at all this year?
I am. We're on the road. We just got back from a little tour through the South, and we're booked up for the rest of 2025 and pretty far into 2026. I'll be coming to the UK for the first time to Birmingham
Oh, awesome.
to play. And let me. Is it Birmingham or is it
Uh,
Birmingham?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Okay, great. Because we have a
Yeah.
Birmingham in Alabama that might maybe say it a little different.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's a lot of people say it differently. But I mean, either way, it's for me, it's Birmingham, but most
nice.
American like people would say Birmingham and like, put the
Right.
emphasis on the ham.
I'm
But
gonna I'm gonna try. I'll try to get it right when I'm there. I'm gonna be there
yeah.
in December for a big conference. They're bringing me out for a big concert out there.
Oh, awesome.
We got shows coming up, and we've got 3 shows in Israel that we're doing, and
Oh, amazing.
talking to a lot of folks like in Canada and whatnot about coming out there and doing some stuff. So we're always around and always moving. So
Awesome. And just one last question. Thank you for today,
sure.
Joe. If you could work on a song with any artist in the world, who would it be and why?
Listen, I am such a big George Strait and Robert Earl Keen fan. It would be the biggest honor to be just to be able
Yeah.
to tell those fellas what an impact they've had on me in my life, and certainly to do a song together would just be, that's just another that'd be a I don't even know how to explain that. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. That'd be
Oh,
amazing.
amazing. Oh, thank you very much for your time, Joe. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you.